Hello everyone, welcome to our project management podcast. Today we are diving into the one of the most ambitious construction project in history, the Burj Khalifa. We all explore the Burj Khalifa's project life cycle, risk management strategies, cost, stakeholders, and the adjustment made along the way. Hi, I am Asif, and with me and my co-host Moiz, Rahul, Naveen, and Yavar. Today we dive in this project, so let's get started, Moiz.
Thanks, Asif. The Burj Khalifa was more than just a construction project. It was a symbol of Dubai's transformation into a global business and tourism hub, completed in January 2010. It required a total investment of $1.5 billion.
Can you repeat it? How much?
$1.5 billion.
Oh my
You
god,
heard
it's
it
too
right.
much.
Yeah, it is too much, and it involved high-profile stakeholders, including the project's developer, Emaar Properties, and architecture from Skidmore, Owings, and Merrill. Now, I am going to start with the project life cycle stages. So, starting with the initiation phase in early 2004, Emaar Properties and Dubai government launched this project. Their goal was clear: build the tallest structure in the world to symbolize Dubai's ambition. Key stakeholders included Emaar Properties CEO and the other Adrian Smith from Skidmore and Merrill CEO. Basically, it was the architecture team led by Adrian Smith. He was from Skidmore, Owings, and Merrill. They envisioned a structure that would architect tourism, boost Dubai's economy, and put the city on map. Now, Rahul, can you tell us more about it?
As Emma took this whole project, Emma Properties identified several key success factors early on. First, the building needed to be structurally sound at such an unprecedented height, meaning advanced engineering techniques and such materials that would be necessary. Secondly, they had to ensure the budget initially was set around $1 billion.
Oh my god.
That would cover all the costs, including unforeseen expenses, the requirement depth financial analysis to make sure they could sustain such a large investment.
So it's like a big deal how they manage all the things. How projects start, share some details about its planning and everything.
Yeah, in the planning phase, the team outlined a detailed timeline, anticipated risks, identified the massive records. They planned each floor's construction phase, which would monitor costs and its progression. Okay. This stage required extensive coordination, especially since workers came from 100 nationalities.
Oh.
By 2006, the team had finalized the foundation, marking a significant milestone and setting the stage for vertical construction.
Rahul, sorry to cut you over here, but now we have discussed about the initial stage and all that, and the other stage as well. Can anyone tell us here about the initial budget that was meant to be maintained?
Yes, I gonna tell about how the initial budget was maintained. The initial budget of $1 billion. They adopt cost saving to likely prefabrications for certain components. However, within 2008 globally financial crisis, Ember faced several challenges. The budget was re-evaluate, and some of the finishing materials were downgraded to keep the cost within reasons. Ultimately, the project cost rose to 1.5 billion, but they managed to prevent further escalations by making strategies changes to materials and processes.
So here we got to know that how the price rose, that from the global financial crisis. From there, the cost rose from $1 billion to $1.5 billion.
Thank you, Yawa. Now we are diving in depth in project life cycle at this stage. The project management team used Gantt charts to establish milestones for each section of the building. They also set up detailed risk assessment to anticipate potential delays from the things like labor shortage, extreme weather, and some political changes. The project had to stay adapted. For example, when supply chain delays impact the concrete mix deliveries and adjustments were made to the schedule to keep things on the track.
Okay, and that time, I think 2008, the especially Dubai faced the financial crisis. So how can they handle this situation? Anyone can share the details?
Yeah, as I told earlier that Emma was one step ahead in the whole project. Emma also involved stakeholders early, updating them on timeline and their costs, and the close communication with stakeholders like Dubai government was essential in 2008 and essential for the gaining their support, especially when budget extensions were necessary during the 2008 financial crisis. This was the planning of Imar, but the main thing is execution. So Yawa, can you please share something about the execution?
Yeah, moving to the execution phase, by 2007, the Burj Khalifa began its rapid virtual ascent, and it was completely by 2010. More than 330,000 cubic meter of concrete and 39,000 tons of steel used as the high strength concrete mixed allowed the structure to withstands Dubai's extreme weather conditions. This phase demanded close coordination with over 12,000 workers on site each day. Yeah.
So Moise, all us about any impressive part for this phase.
Okay, so one of the most impressive parts of this phase was the construction technique, which was called jump forming. All of the engineers related from the architect field, we can say mechanical engineers, they would know better about this. Like this is the technique, like we go with floor by floor, but when we are putting a base or making a concrete, so over there at the same time the concrete is filled in the pillars, and at the same time you can work simultaneously in the same thing, in the same project, or on the same floor simultaneously you can work. So this was one of the most impressive part of this phase. But however, this efficiency helped to keep the project moving and save significant time, and it was also, we can say, an innovative move. Like before, and nothing like nothing like this was involved in a big project like this. So, however, the issues with the labor management did arise. Given the diversity of the workforce, there were language barriers, safety risk, and logistical challenges to overcome.
Yeah, I would like to add the Burj Khalifa height require unique architect solution like its Y-shaped design, which mitigate wide impact during the phase. Jumps constitutively assignment quality and safety standards are as any fault could jeopardize the entire structure.
Rahul and Asif. Now coming towards the monitoring and control, can you both tell us about anything about monitoring and control?
Yeah, of course. As we move to monitoring and controlling, maintaining budget and quality was critical. Regular audits and financial reports kept the project on track. They also had to monitor worker safety with such a high profile project. Any accidents would have impacted project reputations and its timeline. The stakeholders required frequent updates to ensure transparency on progress and financial adjustment.
Yeah, as you know that this is the time, or this is the phase for the real time adjustments of the whole project. For example, as construction progressed, they realized that the wind they anticipated was much higher than before. As a result, additional dropping systems were implemented to reduce building sway and ensure stability of the building.
Finally, in the closing phase, after achieving the final height in October 2009, the project was officially completed in January 2010. While it was supposed to end earlier, but because of a lot of things, it had to be completed in January 2010. The Burj Khalifa opened on January 4, making Dubai's place on the world stage. The closing involved final quality assurance, documentation, and extensive testing of building systems to ensure they met safety standards. Imar handed over the building to operations only after through the inspections.
Okay. At this point, a post-project review was conducted to documents lessons learned, which help improve future projects. They also transfer knowledge to operationally teams to manage the ongoing maintenance of the building.
Yeah, but I think something is missing in the project. Can anyone guess what it is?
It
Yeah,
was,
of course, it was
risk management,
management.
right? Yeah.
Risk management.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I want Naveen to share his thoughts about some risk management.
Yeah, sure, Rahul. Let's talk about the risk management. Risk management was crucial thought of the project. From financial and supply chain risk to technical risk like structure integrity, each stage required detailed assessment. The 2008 financial crisis, for instance, added significant financial risk, and that the team had to adjust their budget and ship certain material to avoid further cost overruns.
So this was the financial crisis, like the financial risk which they faced, the budget and all that. So can anyone tell us about the other thing, risk like extreme weather or anything like that?
Yes, as we all know about the Dubai situated in the Gulf. Okay, so the extreme weather was another risk. At such a height, the Burj Khalifa faced intense wind speed. To counter this, architect added a tiered spring-like design that reduced wind loads by distributing air patterns around the buildings.
Okay.
This reduced way, which would have been uncomfortable for residents.
So now coming towards the supply chain management essential to prevent delay. Okay. So after coming from the extreme weather conditions and financial conditions, now coming towards the supply chain management, because this was also the main thing because of which we faced a lot of delays. Like with over 150 subcontractors from various countries were linked with this project, and it was very challenging for Burj Khalifa team or for the project managers to get the supplies from them. So after facing these delays and all that, a lot and to declare the unexpected delays, to just cater that unexpected delays in shipment, forced the project team to find local suppliers for the certain materials, which added a lot of flexibility to our project.
Yeah, MR identified the risks, wind risk or climate risk, but the political climate also poses security risks. Dubai promises required highlighted security measures, but extensive protocols were implemented to these projects, to building, and it's preferred from the political potential threats. Okay, this included advanced surveillance, security personnel, and restricted areas. So it's time to end up. But before end up, can anyone sum up the whole project?
Okay, so coming towards a conclusion, to wrap up, the Burj Khalifa is a perfect case study on applying project management principles to overcome immense challenges. Strategic planning, effective risk management, and agile responses to the financial and technical challenges all played a role in bringing the tallest building in the world to life. From managing cost and securing stakeholder support to adapting designs based on real time feedback. Every step was crucial. The changes made to materials, the Y shaped, wind resistant design, and even crisis management during the 2008 recession highlight the adaptability needed to in the project.
For future project managers, this case show the importance of combining strong planning with the flexibility to make necessary adjustment. I think this podcast helps so many civil engineers students, so many architect students to understand any tallest building project manager how can handle and how can they complete it. Project of this scale require constant communication. As we see before, there are so 100 out of 100 nations workers come together and build up this building, and financial oversight and technical innovation. Thanks for joining us. We hope you found our deep dive into the Burj Khalifa project insightful. Until next time, remember, great projects are a blend of vision, planning, and resilience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.